G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 20 of our West Ham United career mode here on Dylan on the Ball. Today we're taking on Inter Milan in the second leg of our Europa League Quarter Final. We have played the first leg, you'll see how that went in just a moment. But just before we get to the highlights, I want to raise two things even, I guess, really. Firstly, leave a like, comment, subscribe, this stuff, you know the things. Secondly, Football Manager's about to come out, right? And I've got some ideas and I've got a favourite, but I'm going to give you three options. I'm also going to put it in the comment section. So if you want to have a say in what Football Manager content comes out of this channel, it's down below basically. Last Football Manager, we did a Manchester United rebuild, like an Erik ten Hag rebuild when he started when he was first announced. And I think we ended up winning back-to-back Premier Leagues and I think we made semi-finals of the Champions League. I can't remember. It feels like a lifetime ago. We've also done a bunch of experiments like wheel spinning rebuilds where we try to see what we can build with a wheel setting the tone, basically a wheel randomizing who we get and what we get and all that sort of stuff. But for this Football Manager, what I wanted to do is I'll put these three options below and you let me know what one you think is the best. I've got three options for you. There is one, Crystal Palace. I've spoken a number of times how much I love Michael Olise as well as Iberi Eze, and I think it might be a bit of a fun rebuild with Eze, Gurhi, Olise, Zaha probably needing to move on in the near future. I don't know. I mean, his contract's running out this season, so maybe it'll be the first season. I'm not sure. Next option is going to be Middlesbrough. This one, a little bit different. It's not in the Premier League, but the goal would be to get, obviously, to the Premier League, to compete in the Premier League, that sort of stuff. It's a bit more long-winded. Yeah, we might need to do half seasons at a time or quarter of a season at a time. I'm not sure. We need to get through it so that we can get progressing, get through to the bits where we're going to be good. The third option is to set myself up as a Premier League level manager, but unemployed, and I'll start it in November, December of the first season so that I can then pick up a job that becomes available. So it's a bit more unscripted, it's a bit less, I'm a bit less able to do preparation and do things that I want to do with it. It's more just being put in a situation, trying to figure it out and build something from there, whether it's a title contender, whether it's a relegation contender, or I don't know, whatever it might be. That's in the comments below. You guys let me know what you reckon. And if you don't, I'll pick my favourite of those three, basically. Alright, anyway, that's out of the way. You've looked at Declan Rice for long enough. We're going to get through the highlights. Unfortunately, I'll explain. There's been a disaster. So, for the first time in Dylan on the Ball history, we've got, 125, 130 videos on the channel? One of our recordings corrupted. We've lost 4 games. We've lost a 1-1 draw against Tottenham, a 1-0 win against Leicester. What was the other one? Another 1-0, as well as a 1-0 against Inter Milan. So you've missed that. We won 1-0 away at San Siro. It was I can't remember who scored now. I think it was Skabaka scored, and then they missed a penalty as well. Lukaku hit it straight at the keeper. It's a disaster. I'm so upset. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm just filthy. You do get to see the best sort of win of the series, of those run of fixtures anyway. So 3-0 win over Crystal Palace, which sets us up, to move forward into the next thing. I'm pissed. I'm so pissed. So to quickly recap, those results were a 1-1 draw against Tottenham, where Troy Parrott took the lead for Tottenham. Then Noah Lung equalised. We then beat Newcastle away thanks to Gianluca Scamacca. Faced Leicester, where it was a 1-0 win thanks to Ivan Toney. Then again, another 1-0 against Inter Milan to set up today's fixture. It was a goal from Gianluca Scamacca and then a penalty save by Areola to keep us in that 1-0 lead. Then most recently, as you saw, the 3-0 win over Crystal Palace thanks to the goals there from, I can't even remember, what was it, Tony, Platter and Noah Lung, I think? I don't know. Anyway, it has got the league table looking like this. I'm so mad about it, honestly. We are 9 points ahead of Manchester City. I remember when at the start of the season they were in 13th and I think we also versed them and beat them, right? Am I crazy? Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I do know that we're absolutely killing the game defensively. 13 goals conceded in 31. I think we might need to take a look at this playing the highlights only shtick, because it may not be working perfectly at this point. But with 7 games to play. We've got a 9-point lead. We'll have to plan out hopefully we can plan out when we're going to win the league and pick out that video. I don't know. But at this point, that looks like what's going to happen. That takes us to today's game. We've got a 1-0 lead coming into this one. Somehow, Marseille are beating Bayern Munich, which would be fantastic if we didn't have to contend with Bayern Munich in the semi or in the final. But today's fixture, it's all about making sure we get through against Inter Milan. We've got a 1-goal lead heading into this one at the London Stadium. Let's head to the lineups and see how we stack up. So our West Ham lineup, we've got Areola in goals, a backline of Johnson, Simic, Agard and Bakker. Holding midfield will be Locatelli and Rice. Attacking midfield will be Bowen on the right, Martinelli up on the left, who I think he's already gone up either 2 or 3 overall since we bought him, which seems ridiculous. It has been a couple of months though, 3 months almost. Jesus, this second half of the season's flown. Paqueta's the number 10, Scamacca's the man up front, ready to do the business, hopefully take down Inter. They are lining up with Onana in goals, a back 3 of Van Houston, I don't know how to say his name, Kimpembe at centre back, with Hummels on the left of the 3. They have got Reed Labaku and DiMarco as sort of high wide backs, very high, really, almost wingers. Barella, Mkhitaryan and Thomas Souček make up a midfield 3. I feel like the script's been written. I feel like he's going to score. It's going to be really important. They're going to draw level. They're going to somehow progress thanks to Thomas Souček. I feel like the script's written. Hopefully it doesn't come to be, but we'll see. I also, for a while now, I absolutely adore Nico Barella. I absolutely really love watching him play. I'm more of, at this point in time, more of a Milan fan than an Inter fan. Watching them anyway, not supporting, I don't care, whatever. But watching them, more of a Milan, and enjoy watching Milan. But Barella changes that, I've been watching a few games of Inter this season, just to watch Nico Barella, basically, because, I just adore him. He's so good. Really enjoy him. As for up front, it's Lukaku and Correa. A fairly formidable looking lineup. I think we're just about meeting our match now, which if you've been following along, it might be the first time we've done that in Europe, really. I mean, obviously in the Premier League there are a number of teams that, on paper would be better than us, but for our European venture, this might be the best team we've faced. So we're going to now head out to the London Stadium. Let's see how we stack up. Here we go. It is time. We are ready to go at the London Stadium for this quarterfinal against Inter Milan. It feels weird to see them walking out at the London Stadium. It just doesn't quite compute yet. IRL? I don't know. Anyway, I'll just remind you guys quickly to please leave us a like down below, subscribe if you're new, comment what you think of the video, comment what Football Manager season you'd like to see us head into. There's also the social medias down in the description, plenty happening on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. That's enough, let's head through. Let's take on Inter Milan. I do not rate these jerseys. Hopefully they don't make me pay for that, and for giving them Thomas Souček. Alrighty, underway, lots of bubbles, lots of football to be played. Hoping for just an easy one. You'd think, oh no. I think I was saying this last game against Roma, you sort of anticipate, that's a foul surely. Referee, thank you, Jeebus. I'm actually going to take this with Scamacca and I'm going to knuckleball it, because he has 90 shot power. 97 shot power, whatever it is. Where's the knuckle? Far out, there we go. Alright, I'm going to knuckleball this. DiMarco is freaking out, man. What are you doing? Alright, here we go. Oh, that's too much. Damn it, no. Wasted. Absolutely wasted. After all that build-up, we do that. Anyway, I was saying, because it's an Italian side, and then, they're playing with 3 at the back, blah, blah, you anticipate that they're going to be like a defensive side. I also said that against Roma, and couldn't break them down for the first 43 minutes. Early on, noticing their wide backs are going to be absolutely exhausted. You've seen how high up the field they get, but also come back to form a back 5? That is ridiculous. Here's Paqueta finding Scamacca, who's on his heels, has a go though. Good save by Onana. I don't know why he was so on his heels and didn't catch up. That one was very bizarre. Alright, it is Manuel Locatelli with the corner, swinging it in towards middle, towards Scamacca, can't win it. Bowen though wins the... Oh dear. wins the rebound. Paqueta, that was a shot, believe it or not. That was a shot. How has he hit that so badly? He's 86 overall, ladies and gentlemen. That is horrid. Alright, moving on. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about how much Nico Barella is an absolute stud. It's just Ooh, we've won the ball back again there. Oh, Bowen through now, thanks to Declan Rice, who did very well. Take it with your right, Jared. Come on, mate. Like, surely there, when I'm running the ball through at an angle away from goal, onto his right foot, just use it. I don't care how terrible it is. Just use it, mate. We win it back again. Scamacca finds Paqueta. Paqueta through. Come on. There it is. We have been sensational to start this one. Absolutely all over them. They've had absolutely no answer. And we're finally up 1-0 after a myriad of chances. We should really have been further ahead, really, by now, with the chances we've had. So, played by Scamacca through to Paqueta, then with the outside of his left foot. It's absolutely stunning. A little bit of outside of the foot curl. Nothing Onana can do when he's that, left that open, really. And it's 1-0, 14 minutes in, and this is, so far, kind of ridiculous. Like I said before, they're meant to be a bit where we're, starting to meet our match. Here's Declan Rice, winning the ball straight away. Oh, straight at the keeper. Oh, man. That would have been fantastic. Declan Rice won that just straight from kickoff, won it straight off him, and we were nearly up 2-0 already. Although I guess we are. Sorry, to be clear, because we're already up 2-0 on aggregate. Well done there, Barella, my boy. Playing it out to DiMarco. Tackled by Simakan. Corner. Couldn't quite keep it out. Oh, no. Somehow we won that. I don't know how we won that, but we won that, and I'll take it. Here is Bacca on the left. Bacca running at Baku. Oh, that's a good matchup. Here's Martinelli looking for Scamacca. Good, clearance, I guess you could call it. Interference, really, is what he did. Was there from, I think it was Kimpembe it would have been. Just sort of being a bit annoying. But look, straight away, winning the ball back. We are absolutely on fire here. Paqueta plays it out to Bacca. Down the line for Martinelli, who's passed Baku somehow. Cuts it back for Bowen. I'm going to sell Jared Bowen, I think. I'm furious with Jared Bowen. Like, that wasn't a clear chance, but the amount of times he needs to be through on goal to score. Like, just do what you're supposed to do, mate. Just do it. Areola looking for Bacca. Bacca, good header one. Oh, well done there by Martinelli to Paqueta to Scamacca on his bloody toes again. But he can find Martinelli gunning through. Martinelli across to Paqueta. 2-0. It's 2-0. It's too easy. This is on Legendary. Do you guys see before the game when I started? It's on Legendary. What's happening? Well done at the end of the day there by Martinelli to clip that one across, even though it was clearly the obvious and easy thing to do. The ball does go through Paqueta, but there was no stopping him from scoring, regardless of whether it went through him or he controlled it off his hip. I don't know. It's 2-0. Man, not a good return to the London Stadium for Thomas Souček so far. Anyway, I'm wary that he'll if they score, it's probably going to be Thomas Souček. Even though he's playing as the one holding midfielder in a 3, it'll be a corner or something, and it'll be Thomas Souček. He plays it there to Mkhitaryan, who's for some reason still at a top club. Plays it out to Riedle Baku. Baku clips it to Mkhitaryan. Gives it away. See, why is he at a good club? Locatelli does well there. Finds Martinelli. Martinelli and Locatelli is a great duo. Oh, damn it, Paqueta can't get it done. Can Johnson win that? He does. Gets it back to Martinelli. Jared Bowen was just dangling offside there. That was infuriating. I think Jared Bowen is getting like a 98% of the brunt of any frustration right now. Well done, Martinelli and Paqueta. Play the 1-2. Surely you finish that. Surely no. Okay, cool. Paqueta can't win that from Baku. Rice can't win it off Lukaku, which makes a lot more sense. And Barella making a bit of movement. Tackled. Here we go. Paqueta's finding an absolute acre of room. I think Thomas Souček's having a nightmare. Bacca, stop it! Former Ajax teammates, him and Onana, but what are you doing, Mitchell Bacca? Horrid. And what's that? They've given it straight away. Declan Rice to Paqueta, long shot. Stop that. That is ridiculous. If that goes in, that's like goal of the season contender, you know? Oh, here he goes again though. Paqueta, played through by Scamacca, makes it 3-0. On the stroke of halftime, makes it 3-0. We are not just dominant, we're elite. We are just bang bang, done. You know, just so slick, so easy. Win the ball, pass, goal. Simples. We win the ball there. Declan Rice plays it to Scamacca, one touch, draws in the defender, then slides it through for Lucas Paqueta, who's absolutely through on goal, places it nice and calmly and confidently into the bottom corner. Football's easy, guys. This is simples. And that'll be half time. They've kicked off straight away. It is half time. We're up 3-0. We're up 4-0 on aggregate. We've been absolutely all over them. This is the easiest game in the world. Hate to tell you. Alrighty, second half underway. Definitely neglected to mention, and by neglected to mention I mean forgot and didn't know. That was a hat trick for Lucas Paqueta. Believe it, like I definitely, for whatever reason in my head, thought Scamacca had got one of them. But it's a hat trick for Lucas Paqueta. I feel like he did this last season as well. Maybe it was in the Conference League. We were about at this sort of stage. I'm sure he scored a hat trick to get us through. Maybe that was against Nice? Anybody remember that? Am I right? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. For today's purpose, doesn't matter. Here's Bacca making ground on the left-hand side, but, nothing's really on because he's the only one there. Now, Agard looking for Declan Rice, who's just in acres of room, and gives it away, because I was trying to get it. Oh, no. Oh, Agard, that is absolutely sensational defending. They're very, very risky. But he pulled it off. A great challenge to stop Lukaku racing away through on goal. Amazing stuff. I think we're like an all-round package now. We've got the elite striker. We've got decent wingers. Because Bowen isn't good. Here's Declan Rice. Declan Rice can't shoot from range. That's probably the only thing we're lacking as a team. Is him specifically. Our centre-backs are quick, good, strong centre-backs. Oates just made a really weird noise. I don't know if you heard that. Bacca plays it for Martinelli, crosses towards Paqueta, can't win it, but it is tipped over for a corner, and I said can't win it. I know, don't need to tell me. Alright, Martinelli to take the corner, hoping to put us up 4-0. It's towards Scamacca, can't get there. Agard back to Paqueta again, straight to the keeper. Scamacca, goal. Offside, okay. Okay, surely it can't be this easy. It's offside. Okay, chill. Everybody relax. It's offside. Jeez, that ball boy's tall. Did you see that? How offside is he? Okay, yeah. No, he's definitely offside. Alright, well, that's fine. Alrighty, Lee, Haji, Palmer and Knezovic about to come on now. I think the game's won, so why not? I don't remember the last time we conceded 3 in a game. It was probably that time we lost 3-0 to Manchester United and my controller ended up on the floor. But for whatever reason, look, call it hubris or call it, complacency. I don't see it happening today, if I'm completely honest. Long ball looking for Lukaku there, nodded back to the keeper by Simone, and this is what I mean. Like, it's simples, isn't it? Jared Bowen on the right-hand side. Johnson looking to overlap. Not really on. We'll look out for Bacca. Back to Agard. Back to Bacca. Damn it. Maybe I should finish this career mode after next season. And we'll have won the Premier League both years. And I'll name the last Premier League episode Back to Bacca. Because of Mitchell Bacca. That was really poor. I'm really sorry about that. That was, not only was it poor, I really dragged it out, even though everybody saw what was coming, and I just shouldn't have done it. Here's Lukaku in the box, which is the first time I've said that. They've managed to lose the ball though, and now we're going to counter-attack and probably score, because that's just the way this goes. Bowen nearly tackled, but picks out a great pass from Martinelli. Martinelli for an overlapping backer. Backer finds Paqueta. Paqueta, Scamacca in the box. Good tackle, great tackle. Backer can't win that one cleanly. I definitely pressed X to slide tackle, but did not work. We have yet to make our subs. I feel like it's been like 20 minutes since I made that change. You know? Declan Rice wins that one back, finds Martinelli. Martinelli looking for a cross. No, can't do anything. Oh, and they are a bit in shambles. Can't quite work that one out. Paqueta from range on the right. Stop that, Lucas Paqueta. 4 goals this match. This one's with his right foot from about 60 yards out from the other end of the field. My goodness, Lucas Paqueta's a superstar. He's been a little bit lackluster this season, I reckon, but I mean, look at this man. Look at that man. One touch after winning it from Reed Labaku, absolutely thumps it beyond Andre Onana for 4-0. We are through to the semi-finals of the Europa League. And that was his last kick of the game. Amazingly, that's his last kick of the game. It took 17 minutes from when I queued up the subs until they actually were made. I did make that up. Don't quote me on 17 minutes because I made that up. But look, what a way to bow out. Johnson finds Scamacca, continues his run. Scamacca's able to return it to him. Johnson can't find Scamacca, but he does win it back. Looks for Martinelli. Not quite. Barella, probably the only bright spark because he's brilliant. Everything he touches has been brilliant. Okay, ignore that. Simone plays it out to Martinelli. Martinelli with an overlapping backer. Backer to Cole Palmer. Goal Palmer. It's that easy. Every time he comes on, he scores. He's brilliant. He's just always right where he needs to be and has the quality to finish it. I might be talking him up needlessly, but he's that good. Mitchell Bakker finds Cole Palmer, 1 touch to set himself, 2nd touch on his better left foot, absolutely thumps the ball past Thomas Souček, past Andre Onana for 5-0? Is that? Alright, ridiculous. Couple of minutes to go, Declan Rice wins it again there. I feel like Declan Rice has made about 16 tackles this game. Might be exaggerating, I don't know. They've got Andre Silva, which is cool. Probably, work on the whole... that's well done by Reed Labaku to thump off Bakker there. I was going to say, probably just from an Inter Milan squad building perspective, probably just get rid of Mkhitaryan. I mean, surely a team that can afford Hummels, Kimpembe, whatever, you can get rid of goddamn Mkhitaryan. Scamacca in the box. No. Okay, it's still time. I swore. I need to bleep it out. We've won 5-0. 6-0 on aggregate. Lucas Paqueta scores 4. Elite. I'm not going to show you all the goals, but I will show you Paqueta's hat-trick goal. Played in well by Scamacca, who had drawn Kimpembe out of his line, screwed up their defensive line. There was all this room for Paqueta to run into. A couple of touches to set himself, then with the left foot, places it beautifully into the bottom corner, putting us up 3-0 at half-time. Then that man again. After a good win there by Locatelli, Paqueta wins it off Baku and unleashes. He's absolutely rifled that one, thumps it from about 30 yards out. I made that up, didn't measure it, but it's about 30 yards out. On his weak foot, thumps it beyond Andre Onana. And we come through having won 5-0, 6-0 on aggregate. So there you see it, confirmation of our 5-0 win over Inter Milan, 6-0 on aggregate. We're through to the semi-finals where we've got Marseille, as you see there. You might be wondering, how did Bayern Munich get on? Did they get through? Are we going to face them in the finals? No. They did not get through. They have lost 3-1. I guess you already knew that though, because they were against Marseille, and that's who we've got. Anyway, the other semi-final is Sporting CP, Sporting Club Portugal versus Wolfsburg. We've got Marseille, and look, I'm sort of torn. I don't know whether I want to do the Marseille second leg as our next video, or come back for the Manchester City game, because if we win these 3 against Fulham, Arsenal and Burnley, Manchester City's a title decider, if my maths is correct. Because we're 9 points ahead with 7 games to go. Manchester City are 9 points behind us. If we win 3, that's 34 points and 34 games. Got 4 to go. And then we beat them, we'd be up to a 12-point lead at least. 12-point lead if they win all their matches between. Does that make sense? Alright, what I'll do is, similar to what we did with the Carabao Cup final, which, if you don't remember, we did win, because we're fantastic. What we're going to do is, if Manchester City is a title decider, so if we win our 3 games and we come up against City, potentially winning the league on that day, we'll come back for it. If not, we'll come back for Marseille and then the final day come back for Marseille. Oh man, it's tough because we're competing for 2 trophies we haven't won yet, and we've just about got them both. You know, we're a couple of steps away for both. Anyway, that'll do us. We'll wrap it up there. Guys, thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure to let me know what Football Manager season you would like to see. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you want to stick around for Football Manager, stick around for whatever comes after this season, who knows. All that good stuff. Comment what you thought of the video. Comment what you reckon we should do with Football Manager. All that sort of stuff, whatever you reckon. And until next time when we go again to either win a Premier League or make a Europa League final. Peace.